The legendary Williams sisters, Venus and Serena, had a lot to deal with last year when they had to get involved to protect their father against his scamming ex-wife. I covered the story here. You definitely have to check that out after this video. The link will be in the description. Back in 2022, a lawsuit was filed against the ex-wife of Mr. Williams, that's Lakeisha Williams, claiming that she stole the longtime Williams family home in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. How did she steal it? She stole it by forging Venus and Serena's father's signature. She placed the home in her name and then took out a hard money loan and put the house up as collateral. Of course, she never paid the loans back to the shark lender, and he was able to get a court to allow him to sell the home. Luckily, Serena Williams looked out for their father and she purchased a new house for him. But there's another situation very similar, this time involving Lamar Odom. The former NBA champion allegedly had a scammer swindle him out of a home. It wasn't a wife or a love interest. He's claiming that he was scammed by his former manager. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. If you're watching from New York City, let me know below. Alright, on today's edition of Somebody Stole My House, because this is happening a lot these days, Lamar Odom is suing his former manager, Tanita Bybee, for allegedly forging documents in order to steal his home. Lamar fired Tanita over a year ago in May 2022. According to the lawsuit, Tanita is being accused of concocting a scheme and improperly selling a home that did not belong to her. The home in Lamar's possession is located in Brooklyn, New York. It's reportedly been in his family for nearly 3 decades. Lamar says Tanita stole the house by forging the deed and sold it to a third party. Now that third-party buyer who purchased the home from Tanita is trying to gain access to the property through eviction. It's Lamar's elderly aunt who's living in that home. Her husband, Lamar's uncle, passed away last year, and she's been the one staying there. The lawsuit claims that Lamar's auntie is now facing eviction as a result of Tanita's alleged fraudulent transfer. He's accusing Tanita of identity theft, conversion, embezzlement, misappropriation, and various other iterations of fraud. In these court documents, Tanita is accused of acting with malice, being dishonest, and having a high degree of immoral turpitude. Lamar is also suing the public notary, whom he claims improperly notarized the allegedly forged deed because they attested to his presence and signature despite the fact that he never appeared before the public notary, either in person or remotely, to execute the forged deed. Tanita is accused of engaging in unauthorized use of Lamar's name, signature, likeness, social security number, the employer identification number of one of his companies, his verified social media accounts, and email addresses. The former manager also allegedly used Lamar's personal information to defraud people and businesses by accepting speaking and appearance engagements after she was terminated. Lamar says Tanita accepted money for his appearances on Celebrity Big Brother, College Hill Celebrity Edition, and Celebrity Boxing, as well as an NFT deal bearing his name, and he's saying that she collected money for his social media promotions. She's been accused of accepting those funds from those appearances and sponsorships and did not give the money to Lamar. In all, Lamar is suing Tanita for $1 million. Tanita, who was the owner of the Savvy Girl Consulting and Talent Management Group, she responded. She said, quote, "Lamar Odom has caused irreparable damage to my business, my health, and my family with its blatant lies. He has used his celebrity to manipulate the public and the media to push his slanderous and defamatory agenda. Lawsuits against Lamar and his team are forthcoming." Now, Lamar, how did you see this and trust her? I just don't get it. How? There's no way I would see this and trust her. I'm sorry. Look at this. And people will say, don't be judgmental. No, when you have millions of dollars on the line, I don't care if you had thousands of dollars on the line or hundreds, you do not ignore the red flags. It could be a relationship, business, management, I don't care. There's no way this should have been his manager. A multi-millionaire. You can't even allow her to be your house manager or your cleanup crew. I mean, come on. Lamar, you shouldn't allow that to manage your bathroom or your kitchen, let alone your bookings, your promotional deals, and your sponsorships. Like, what was he thinking? Lamar was known for making really bad decisions anyway, obviously. He messed up when he was with Chloe big time, almost lost his life. And yes, the Kardashians are problematic, really Kim, but Chloe really seemed to be into Lamar whenever she was married to him. I think he made a horrible decision in picking Sabrina, the next lady after her. I already talked about that before in a case study. The lady literally tried to kill her ex, allegedly. And then Lamar got with her. I knew that wouldn't work. And here we are now. He hired this woman as his manager to manage his 7-figure yearly income. The people who already know what red flags to look out for, you can clearly see it. Lamar should have assessed this woman within 10 seconds. It's called vetting. You need interviews and references, but he didn't even have to waste his time with all that. And then you just can't automatically trust people, anybody. You have to look behind all of them. Just like what Fat Joe said after he accused his accountant and an assistant working under the accountant at BDO Miami of stealing from him.
We think we're supposed to trust these people. And so what I could tell everybody out there, every athlete, it really mostly, because you're a businessman, you probably most likely watch it. Every athlete, every artist, don't trust them. Don't trust the business manager. Don't trust the accountants. And the saddest thing is when you turn around and you trust these people and you turn around and say, yo, these people stealing from me. Ponzi scheme. Like, this is not a game. Like, these people really moving stealing my money, taking fake credit cards under my wife's name, going to the ATM every day, pulling out cash in the building they work in, and robbing other baseball players and robbing, like, they would Ponzi scheme.
How do you protect yourself?
They were paying the way you protect yourself is, unfortunately, you got to go to Oprah 101. Watch all your money. There's no way around it. You need right now, the way since I caught this, I've been signing my own checks, confirming my own wires, doing everything, and it's crazy because it's a lot more stressful.
It is.
Yeah.
Big Rich is in on that too, and I hate that. I hate to think about money. The way Fat Joe do it is I just work, and know I'm making money.
And honestly, it doesn't matter if they are the same race as you. It doesn't matter if they come wearing a suit. I mean, the woman who scammed Fat Joe and others, she worked for a professional firm. Even if you vet them and didn't find any red flags, still don't trust any of them. Always look after them. And not just celebrities and rich people. You don't have to have 6 figures or 7 figures to get swindled. There are many average to middle class people getting scammed every day. Now, I'm glad that Lamar is doing much better. He's made a full recovery from all of his trouble years ago. And it looks like he's found a new purpose in life. He's got 5 recovery homes across the country.
Despite his Hollywood life, he says a near-death experience is what really pushed him to make a change.
Now he says he's found his purpose, opening rehab centers across the country, including 3 in San Diego County.
Today, I sat down with Odom to talk to him about the 3 sober living homes that he has here in San Diego County that's helping 60 people.
Wood and brick may hold this house up on the outside, but what's happening inside is laying the real foundation to keep it standing.
I'm gonna get emotional. Excuse me. This has been such a blessing.
Jason Moffitt, a San Diego native, was living on the streets in Boise, Idaho. He moved back to San Diego to get sober at one of Lamar Odom's wellness treatment centers called Project West in El Cajon. He hasn't had a drink in 6 months.
187 days.
Jason says he knew Odom as an LA Lakers star, but in here, he's just one of them.
Lamar Odom, and then I'm like, I'm Lamar Odom, I'm an addict. They're like, oh man, like, you know what I'm saying? It just brings me right back down to their level.
Odom, who won NBA championships, is also a recovering addict. In 2015, he survived a near-fatal overdose at a brothel in Nevada.
And I had 12 strokes and 6 heart attacks.
Odom says after that, he vowed to help himself and others. He's opened 5 wellness treatment centers across the country. There are 3 resident recovery homes in Lemon Grove, El Cajon, and an all-women's home in San Diego.
Me opening rehab centers was just, I guess would be like an act of God.
Odom says his rehab centers and his New York Times best-selling book has given him a purpose.
I get more gratification in people coming up to me telling me that they read the book and it got them out of a dark place. I get more of a good feeling than I get from people telling me, how they love watching me play on the Lakers.
But he can't do it alone.
One thing that Lamar brings to the table is he understands what it means to be a teammate.
Odom's business partner and El Cajon native Christian rap artist Dante Ralston renovated this 4,700 square foot home that now houses 18 men in recovery.
They have rules, we have visiting days.
It's the last step before independent living, and the average stay is 9 months.
Proud of you, bro.
Moffitt says this home saved his life and helped him lay his own foundation for a sober life.
Get excited about who I can be tomorrow, who I can be next week.
Yeah, I think these homes are a really good idea for Lamar. As for the lawsuit against his former manager, in court, Lamar will have to prove his case. The manager will have an opportunity to defend herself. If these allegations are true, that would be really messed up that a person will steal somebody's house that's been in their family for 3 decades. That house in Brooklyn wasn't worth much 30 years ago, but it's definitely worth a lot now. And to allegedly scam him out of a house and now have his auntie facing eviction from the property, that's just scandalous. His uncle just died less than a year ago, and now this foolishness? And if the former manager took any of his money for bookings, appearances, any of that, they should easily be able to follow the money. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Lamar is suing for $1 million. But do you also believe there should be a criminal investigation? Special thank you to Kay Glenn. I appreciate you for your support, as well as Sylvester and Debt-Free Dad. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.